Hello everyone, this is your boy Salv. In this video I will showcase all the supercars in GTA 5 and rank them based on their best lap times around my test track. And I will also take the opportunity right at the start of this video to thank broughys1322 for some of the data throughout this video you will see. I will also leave a link in the description to his channel, and if you like this kind of videos you should definitely check him out. Apart from the time the cars get around my test track, there will also be a versatile rank based on their combined rank on a short tight circuit, a medium wide circuit, and their top speed. And let's kick off this video with the worst of the worst. And it's of course the Vapid Bullet. It has a time of 1:23.722, which is completely useless. And yeah, nothing much to say about this car. It's slow completely everywhere. And next up we have the Coil Voltic. That's actually got 2 seconds almost better time than the Bullet. And it's quite a nice car to drive actually, but its top speed is ridiculously low. In 25th place we find the Sultan RS, which is a bad rally car in the supercars class. I don't know, Rockstar. In 24th place we have the Adder, which was the fastest supercar in a straight line when the game came out, but since it can't take a corner properly, it's nowhere near the pace as the top cars. After the Adder we have the Vaca, which is one of the cheapest supercars in the class, and as you can see also quite slow. And in 22nd place we find the Banshee 900R, which is the second fastest car in this class in a straight line, but in the corners it's probably the worst and therefore the bad lap time. And in 21st place we find the oldie goldie, the Infernus, which is the okay car. It's okay around the corners, okay top speed, okay acceleration, but that's about it, nowhere near the pace. Next up we have the GP1, which is the second misallocation by Rockstar, since this car should be in the Sports Classics class, but now are in the Supercars class and therefore barely used at all. In 19th place we have the Cheetah, which also is a rarely used car just because it's an average car at an average price and people don't like average. After the Cheetah we have the GTB Custom, which is actually slower than the original GTB, and why this is, Bruffy can explain. He has a great video about this and you can find it in his channel. In 17th place we have the Reaper, which is, yeah, if you like the Lamborghini look, this is probably the car for you, but for racing it's nowhere near the pace of the top. Next up we have the Pawn Producer's car, the Penetrator, and it's actually quite nice to drive this car, but it lacks the acceleration of a top supercar. And in 15th place we find the Swedish car, the Överflöd Entity XF. And this is one of the old boys, and still it makes it through the top 15. And in 14th place we have the Tempesta, which is a really nice car to drive, a really easy car to drive, and apart from its low top speed, this is a perfect car really. In 13th place we have the Turismo R, which is to me one of the best looking cars and the best driving cars of them all, but still it's rarely used among the racers. And in 12th place we have the OK car version 2. This is the Infernus with the body kit, a bit better at everything, but still not top 10. And in 11th place we have the original Italia GTB, which has a constant grip instead of downforce, and that makes it more stable through the corners. And we start off the top 10 with the worst handling car of them all. It's the 811, and the big question is why this car has a steering wheel at all, because clearly it's not connected to the wheels. In ninth place we have the original Nero, and this car, it's a handful actually. You can probably get a really good lap time out of this once, but not twice. And in 8th place we have the Tyrus, and this was the biggest surprise for me because I really enjoyed driving this car. I have never actually driven it apart from this testing, and it was a really nice car to drive. Next up we have the Wild Horse, the Centorno, and this car is really hard to get a good lap time out of, but if you manage to do, you can get in the top 10 as this the 7th place. And in 6th place we have the forgotten car, the FMJ. As you can see, this is actually top 10 in both top speed, in broughys time, in versatile points, but still it's rarely used among racers. And in top 5 now, it's the Trofade Nero Custom. And this is probably the buy for you if you only going to buy one supercar, because as you can see, this is good in all positions. A car that you should not buy if you're only going to buy one supercar is this. Even though it's the first in versatile points, you can get a good lap time out of this once every 10 lap or something. And in 3rd place we find my personal favorite, the T20. It has a beautiful way of handling, and you can have really fun in this car, and also, as you can see, bring down a really fast lap time. And in 2nd place we have a big surprise. It's the Osiris, and this lap time made me go back and test the top 10 cars again, just to see if I made something wrong, but still this was the 2nd fastest car. And in 1st place we have the ruiner of the class, the RE7B. I hate this car, really, because it just breaks this class. It's almost a second faster than the Osiris, and as you can see in this spreadsheet, which you can find in the description, the RE7B is miles ahead of everything else apart from top speed, and it's very few racing tracks where you actually get to the top speed long enough to make a difference. So if you only aiming for winning the race, it's the RE7B 90% of the time. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to read the description.